Alright guys, hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Damn it. There's stuff on the floor. And you guys can't see the floor, you can just see my two cool posters. But anyway, today on another Arrowverse recap, it's all the episode 11. So if you guys don't know what I do, you guys are stupid, and I say this in every single video. But I just never can get through your thick skull that I just recap the things from the Arrowverse. The reason it's called the Arrowverse is because Arrow started the whole thing off, but it's the last thing ever to show up on TV on Thursday. So yeah. So, anyway, Supergirl. So first, Supergirl. This episode is called Fort Roz. They have to go to Fort Roz, but it's by a blue star, so it's no men allowed. And also, Supergirl wouldn't have her powers, so she has to go get Team Supergirl, which contains Livewire, Psy, and Emra. Fort Roz. They're going to Fort Roz to find out what rain is, and so these things that are going to become our world killers, and at the end of the episode, we get this girl that has superpowers, and she has like super strength, and her name is Julia, and so, yeah. So we get some more relationship of Maggie and Alex. Maggie left her postcard thing, but it's the fucking to travel. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, but anyway, okay, gotta set all the reminders on that side now. So in this episode, Sam realizes what she does. She had to go to a meeting, and Lena had a plane for her, a car for her, and everything, but she never went. So Samantha realizes, where the hell do I go? And also Rain's fear, because Psy put it into her. Her fear is Sam slash Ruby getting taken away from her. And so if they figure this out, using the fear against Rain, then they could just be pulling Samantha out, and Rain will be good. Livewire dies. Sorry, just have to put that out there. Brainy versus Win. So in this episode, it's Brainy is trying to figure out a way to help them out by not actually being there. But then Win is also trying to figure out ways to help them out by not being there. And in the episode, they just keep butting heads. There's world killers. And yeah, like I said, there's world killers, and there's more, and they come from the comics. And world killers, yeah. Rain, the thread of this episode is, of course, Rain has to stop Supergirl from finding Kara Roz, which that's what Fort Roz is named after. And yeah. And now the quote is from Leslie / Livewire, and she says, Now that's not how jail works. Now that's not how jail cells work. Sorry if I sound a little bit deeper, I'm sick. Alright, The Flash. It's called The Elongated Night Rises. And so in the episode, he gets this weakness which is called acid, but the trickster puts a little thing called X in it. I call it Zacid or Acid. But in the beginning of the episode, Ralph takes down a robber, and he pulls some jokes, and he doesn't have no name no so bad guy. Not so bad guy equals Ralph's new suit, which equals no Barry, no name. Yeah. Lexi Lorraine is the trigger for to get Killer Frost. And the bad guy of this episode is the Trickster and Prank, which the Trickster has a conversation with Barry in the prison, but then he gets sick and then he has to go to the hospital. With the hospital, the nurse is his mom, and so the mom breaks him out of jail, and so yeah. And Barry makes a friend, and he says when he's talking to the Trickster that he needs no friends, but then he makes this friend that was a friend to Henry Allen, and it's Barry Allen, and yada 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 yada. And Big Sir. His name's Big Sir. When this is in the prison, Barry stops a prison riot by putting them back into their cells, and they close it all. Barry helps Big Sir like Henry helped Big Sir, and so it's like father like son. And so they use the wheel. Okay, so Ralph doesn't think he's good enough to be a hero since he thought he was immortal, and that's the reason that he was doing this. But since he figured out that this Zaxid was burning him, that he didn't want to be a hero anymore. So he goes and talks to Barry, and he figures out that being a hero is overcoming that fear. Or whatever, something like that. And so he uses this human slingshot like he was talking about in that one episode. And so, yeah. And, yeah. Oh, geez, I didn't write that many reminders. Okay. Now, the quote is Ralph saying, "Guys, this is a huge moment for me. What's my name?" And at the end of the episode, he says, "I don't stretch. I elongate." And then in the papers, they call him the elongated man. So he basically just gave it to himself. So yeah. Okay. Next thing is Black Lightning, episode 2. Episode 2. It's called Luanda, the Book of Hope. And so he swears to not bring Black Lightning back. And he doesn't want to do this because of what he wants his family to be back and sick. And Luanda, which is this girl, he's like, "How come Black Lightning is so capable of saving your daughters but not mine? Or anyone else's?" And, yeah. When he threw him onto the car, Will wasn't dead, but then later in the episode, Lala kills Will. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, the thread of this episode is Lala. They have protective services, so if any of those black dudes, or if any of those dudes from the 100 comes around, then they'll stop them. Nissa, which you find out in this episode, is just another lesbian. Like, we haven't had that already. Alex and Maggie. Okay, Luanda, which she's trying to become a hero because no one else is caring about her. They say they pray for me, but I don't think they actually do. They say they do something for me, but I don't believe it, is basically what she says. And she she sees Lala, and Lala puts 2 caps, or pops shots in her. And that sucks. But yeah. I'm not going to spoil this a lot. But yeah, LaWanda dies. Leanne says that these powers were a gift. A gift from God. So that means they were given to me to do something with them. Not just to protect my girls, but to protect my city. And so that's what he's going to do. And that's why they're making a whole season about it. And yeah, Lala is in prison because Black Lightning got him. And Tobias gets in there, and no one even freaking stops him, and just chokes him to death. And in the end of that episode, Anissa's going to a store because her girlfriend said that she was probably just feeling sick or something, and then so she goes there to get the medicine, but then it's getting robbed, and so the robber says, "Kneel, or get down on the ground." I said, "Get down!" And then she touches him, and he flies. And then she's like, "I just did that." And then she walks up to it and pays it, and she's like, "I just did that." And then that's why she wants to become a hero. Okay! And the quote of that episode is Jefferson saying, it's about time I stretch my legs. And he was like, okay, let me describe the scene. So he was going to go kill Lala. He's going to go take down Lala. And elevator dude's like, "What floor?" And he's like, "Nah, I'll take the stairs. It's about time I stretch my legs." And yeah. Woohoo! Okay. Next episode, or next show is Arrow, episode 11. It's called We Fall. I think some people, the reason that they think that there's going to be a Civil War is because Divided We Fall from Captain America Civil War. That's probably why people think that there's going to be a Civil War at some point. But I don't think so, buddy. The threat is all obvious, Caden James, and I think Caden James is going to be a bad guy throughout the whole season in every single episode. So I'm going to put the problem in every single episode or threat. If there's a threat, I put down the threat. If there's a problem, I'll put down the problem. But in this episode, there was an international hack. And so it was hacking cars, it was hacking elevators, it was even hacking computer systems. And so anything connected to the internet was affected by it. And everything is connected to the internet these days. So yeah. And so Caden James, the reason he wanted the port was so we can leave and come back anytime. Because he shut down all the roads, because he destroyed all the roads. He destroyed everything. He even made anything that came in can't go back out. Yeah. That says anything. Vigilante and Felicity, or actually no, the Vigilante sides with the newbies. He's like, I'm trying to take Caden James down from the inside. And he tells them, "Oh, this place is going to go down, the trains are going to crash into each other, and the whole world's going to be destroyed." And so when the newbies are down there, both trains are coming. One train is going by while Black Canary's just yelling at the other train, trying to make it stop. That's a cool thing. Also, Felicity sides with the newbies as well. Actually, the whole team sides with the newbies, but they're still not a team. Like I wrote down back here, they're a team, but not a team. And what I'm meaning by this is that they'll work together and fight together on the field, but they won't work together at one base. And so, from last season, how they would find Vigilante was by a T-sphere, and it would locate where he is, and so that's how Curtis got all this intel about the trains crossing and millions of people are gonna die. Okay, so backtrack a little bit. Oliver plays with Will, and Will hits every single shot, while Oliver sucks butt at it. Caden and Oliver talk, and this conversation is saying that you missed a target, you missed your target, and you killed my son. But that's the thing. It was the same time today that you did it. But 1 year ago. But Oliver wasn't even here 1 year ago. Wasn't even there 1 year ago today. And so that's when you pick up something new. Someone else shot that arrow, or something else happened, but someone messed with it to make it seem that the arrow killed your son. Wow. Okay, that's all I wrote here. The team works together, but Felicity. Actually, when Oliver saves his son, he automatically knows that it's his father, and so he shows him the base, and he finally talks to him at the end of the episode, calling a group meeting or a family meeting, and saying that I'm sorry, I should have told you sooner, and stuff like that. And the quote from this episode is Renee saying, "Did your balls malfunction?" So this video is of course the funny quotes, but you guys can go back and watch them, and you guys can go watch the serious, go look for the serious quotes. I don't know. But anyway, without further ado, alright guys, hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please big like down below, and if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. I keep getting friends addicted to the Flash. I got Gabe addicted to the Flash, and then I got AJ addicted to the Flash. And Michael says I shouldn't do these anymore, but guess what? I'm doing them more. Fuck yeah.